According to an article in Forbes, grocery prices are up 30% in the last 4 years, and it doesn't look like the prices are coming down anytime soon. Now, despite the fact that this was a little bit of a political article, we're not going into politics. This is not the right channel for that. I wanted to discuss why these prices are going up and what we can actually do about it. Hi everybody, my name is Sarah. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you don't know me, I'm the owner of FrozenPennies.com. I'm a financial coach, and as a family, we are debt-free. The article says that most grocery store items are dominated by only a handful or two of companies. For example, soda. The three makers of soda are PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, and Keurig Dr. Pepper, which I learned. I did not realize that Keurig, the maker of the K-Cups, also owns the soda line. Overall, soda is up 59%. Whew, 59%. So my first tip right off the bat might be stop drinking soda. It's an astronomically high increase in something that your body doesn't necessarily need. Kraft Heinz dominates the cheese industry with an increase of 21% this year. Chocolate and candy prices up 46%. Box cereal up 35%. Beef up 50%, and diapers up 38% in the last 4 years. So when there's only 3 companies making soda, it's super easy for them to jack up the prices. A couple of ways they can do this is limit the amount of soda that's existing on the shelves. Let's use Diet Coke as an example. You love Diet Coke. One of your vices, you have a Diet Coke every afternoon at 3 o'clock. The caffeine and the carbonation gives you a little boost in the afternoon. If you're finding that Diet Coke hasn't been available at your grocery store for 2 weeks now, the third week, there it is, and the price has gone up $2. Well, you're going to buy it anyway because you're so desperate for that vice that you have. You love that Diet Coke. You're going to pay that extra $2 without giving it much thought. Scarcity has a huge effect on how people are making their purchasing decisions. If one of those soda company raises their price just a little bit, the other two will follow suit. And then the next company will raise a little bit and the others will follow suit. If one company is keeping their prices the exact same, yet they're decreasing the size of, say, their soda cans by 1 ounce, the rest of the companies are going to follow suit as well. One feeds off the other. So what do we see? We see all soda prices going up about the same time with no one company staying at that bargain price. So here are a few tips that we can use to combat the rising prices. First, realize that food is fuel. It's not always based on pleasure, and the things that are going up in price, if we can learn to cut those out or cut those down, we'll have some extra money for the things that our body truly needs. If our mindset is to go into the grocery store or to prepare our meal plan with the very specific goal in mind to fuel our body, that everything else like soda, chips, candy, cookies, and dare I say even coffee will be put to the side to spend after we spend on the most important things. Let food be thy medicine, and let medicine be thy food. Although all prices across the board have increased, it's important to understand that purchasing ingredients rather than the food itself will always be the best option when it comes to being frugal at the grocery store. For example, instead of buying the cookies as that special treat, you're going to buy the flour, the sugar, the vanilla, the baking powder, and the chocolate chips. That's going to bring down your grocery costs substantially because not only will you get 1 dozen chocolate chip cookies out of that, you're going to get many, which means you won't have to continue to buy the packages of cookies each time. Realizing buying the ingredients instead of the consumer goods packaged companies' products or prepared foods is most of the time the better option and the cheaper option. We sometimes have to think outside of the box. Yes, that's a little joke, prepackaged foods, thinking outside the box. Instead of going to the same grocery stores all the time, consider going a little bit further or a little bit out of your way every once in a while to try a new discount store. Consider stores like Price Right or Aldi or even some of the Big Lot type stores. They might have cheaper prices on the things that you would normally buy. Also consider growing your own food, shopping only loss leaders, or even cooking from scratch. Consider the healthier options. I was watching a podcast the other day and there was a scientist on. She was talking about sugar. Now we all know across the board, I can attest to this 100%, that sugar is an addiction. So if we can break that sugar addiction, there are a few things that we can do to right off the bat to control those glucose spikes. That means things like passing on the sugary and the carby breakfasts and eating a savory breakfast instead. Consider the leftovers from dinner last night. There's no reason why you can't have a pork chop and green beans for breakfast. Skip the sugary carbs and the white bagels, for example, in order to control those glucose spikes so you're not craving that sugar for the rest of the day. Now, how does this relate to saving money? Well, first, you're eating the leftovers from last night, so it's not going to waste. You're not buying the donuts and the muffins and the bagels for breakfast anyway, and you're not craving those snacky things the rest of the day, so you're not purchasing those either. She also said, if you want to have something sweet, considering having that sweet treat after lunch as a dessert one time a day. Not having that sweet treat later on after dinner because the sugar is going to keep you up. If you're struggling with your budget, I'm offering this free, downloadable, printable budget planner. Did I mention it's free? I'm going to leave a link below. And lastly, stick to 3 meals a day. This is going to save your grocery budget by not buying the snacks. There seems to be a bit of a snacky theme to this video today. If you're sticking to 3 meals, and sometimes people even choose to do only 2 or even 1 meal a day, it's going to cut out all of the expenses of paying for more food. Eat for your body. Eat super nutritiously, fill your body with as much proteins first as you can, and then add in your fruits and vegetables and your high fiber carbs. And I also love to grocery shop based on what I already have in my house. So if I'm doing a meal plan, I'm going to first look through the freezer, look through the cupboards, and see what I already have. Utilize those ingredients first, and then fill in on my grocery trip whatever else I may need for that week's meal plan. This is going to save me a little bit of money. I'm also many times buying the food to restock what I already have. So making the meal plan gets easier because I already have these things that I've purchased on sale at a discount or in bulk. So I can just make the meal plan directly from what I have on hand. If you would like to know a little bit more about how I grocery shop and meal plan and cook in bulk, check out this video. I'm also going to leave a link below in the description. It's going to show you my step-by-step process and even bring you into my kitchen to do a little cooking. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I truly appreciate you and have a great day. Bye-bye.